How's it going, everybody? In this video I'm going to be going over 3 common deadlift mistakes that I see all the time that's so easily fixed and will make a massive improvement to your deadlift. So deadlift's probably my best lift, and it's also the lift that I improve the most when I work with a client. So I've got a pretty good handle in knowing what I'm talking about with deadlifts. And I see these 3 little errors all the time, and although they're only small, and it's not even a massive kind of technique or strength deficiency that causes them, they do make a massive difference to your strength. And getting these ironed out will make a massive difference to your strength on the deadlift. So the first mistake is not keeping the bar close enough to you. And this can actually start before you've even lifted the bar up. On deadlifts, the bar should stay as close to you as possible. You start with the bar in, tight against your shins, and then as you move through the lift, the bar should literally run up your legs. So when I coach any lift, not just the deadlift, I always talk about the power line, which is the path the bar should take when you're going from point A to point B. So on deadlifts, by having the bar close into you, you're staying in the power line. The further the bar moves away from you, the further out the power line you're going. You're actually going to make the weight feel so much harder. So this bar here that's got 60 kilos on it, when it's nice and close here, that's staying 60 kilos, starts to drift out, it's going to go to 70 kilos, 80 kilos, 90 kilos and so on. So when you are doing your deadlifts, just make sure to keep the bar nice and close, run up your legs, and don't let it lose contact at any point during the lift. Now the next mistake I see comes from when you start to actually lift the bar, and it's when your bum raises up and your legs straighten too early. So this isn't wrong as much as it's actually just ineffective and inefficient. When your legs are fully straight and you can no longer get any drive from them or your glutes, which is what you obviously want during a deadlift. And the way that I always put it is, imagine trying to jump with straight legs. You're not going to go very high, are you? So when you're doing your deadlift, don't think about trying to yank it from the ground and let your bum come up. Think about pushing your feet into the ground, and it's almost just like a squeeze. So you're here, keeping your chest up, pushing your feet into the ground, and then just standing up and your whole body's going to move as one, rather than here, letting your bum come up and then almost being in 2 movements. That's going to keep you in a much stronger position, get your muscles firing so much better, and it's also not going to compromise your back quite as much. So the last mistake I'm going to talk about is nothing to do with the lift itself, but actually when you're lowering the bar on the way down. What I'll see so often after somebody's finished a rep is, rather than lowering the bar with control, they just go like this. When you do that, you lose 2 things: tension and position. Tension is important because you want to be like that coiled spring. You want everything to be locked and loaded and fired up and ready to go. And that's why when you drop the bar like that, you just lose all your tension. And that's why sometimes on deadlifts, you'll actually find that your first rep in a set can feel harder than the following ones. And that's because you haven't actually built up that tension yet. And then when it comes to your position and technique, I always say it's easier to stay in position than get in position. So when you drop the bar down like this, you're going to have to readjust and rejig and move your feet and move your bum. And it's just increasing your chance for error. So you want to move like a piston and just be machine-like. So you're just going up and down, keeping everything solid and moving as fluid as possible. And then that's so much better because you're just going to be keeping in the position that you started in. Obviously it does get harder as you get up near your max and you start to tire, but at least try and keep as machine-like as possible. So there's 3 simple tips that can hopefully help you improve your deadlift. If you did find this video useful, please leave it a like and subscribe. All my social media info is in the description below, as is my coaching inquiry form if you are interested in coaching. Other than that, I will see you in the next video.